Hey, what's going on, guys? So today I want to bring you the results of my 100 harvest test that I recently did on my stream. If you want to check out the full vote, you can find it on my channel ZenM. So what I want to talk about first is what I exactly did, then the result, and at the end I will share with you all of the crafts and methods that I used during this test. So what I did is 100 maps in Haywork Hamlet with harvest on map device, so 12C per map. And most of the maps I had myself, and I bought some of them for 7C per. Also I was running them blue, and I only was doing harvest and killing map boss. And while I was doing that, sometimes I would kill the essences that I found in the map because of the essence nodes. So in terms of passives, I obviously was using all of the harvest passives, but actually this one, Grove's Call, doesn't even do anything, because if you're using harvest on your map device, you can't find a second one. So this actually doesn't even do anything. In terms of finding bosses from this one, I actually only found one boss in map number 95, and it was a yellow boss, so the worst one. So I think this one also pretty much doesn't do anything, or I was just unlucky with it. But this one is pretty good, less common crafting options, and the small nodes one are also pretty good, additional 9% total of crafting options. In terms of wardstones, I also was using the additional crafting options, 3 of them, 3.7% chance, and 1 extra chance to grow higher tier plants. I am not exactly sure which one is better one, so I just decided to use one of these and everything else additional crafting option. So in case you're wondering about character, I recently made a video about speedrunning, so you can check out my latest video. So let's look at the results. So this is the tab. These exalts come from all of the crafts that I sold and items that I did crafted myself and sold them, and everything else is from mostly converting something into something with harvest. So let's look at the spreadsheet. So this is not exactly the cleanest spreadsheet you've seen probably, but the most important stuff is here. So the total cost of the test was 28 exalt. That includes cost of the chaos from a Zana map device. I didn't include cost of the maps because I pretty much got all of my maps back, and it also includes the cost of all of the stuff that I bought to make crafts. So for example, I did buy items with aspect of crab to convert them into cracky lures, and also price of the jewels that I was crafting with reforgers and so on. So I did lose in total 28 exalts, and I got out of it 84 exalts, so everything in that tab. So profit is 54 exalts, and plus crafts that I sold. So I sold 1 augment lightning, 1 augment chaos, and some lucky divines and reforge keep suffix or reforge keep prefixes, and I sold all of it for 11 exalts. I also got a bunch of like enchant chests and enchant weapons, but I wasn't selling them because they were selling quite slow, so I did not include that. So the actual profit in total is 65 exalts, and I was running maps for 15 hours, so result is 4.3 exalt per hour. But actually, if I check the price of everything in that tab with my exile lens, it shows me that it has 17k chaos, which is 118 exalts. And if you look at that tab, just in exalts, there is 95 exalts. and I only counted like 65 of them. So where did that came from? To be honest, I actually don't know. I probably just missed some crafts. I forgot to put some stuff in this spreadsheet, and to be honest, harvest is not really easy to keep track of everything that you get money from, because there's just so much stuff, like so many currencies, so many crafts and so on. So I probably just lost something. So minus 28 eggs, that would be 90, and that would be 6 exalts per hour. So what is the actual result? It's probably somewhere in between, because that probably doesn't include some of the extra cost of the items that I forgot to include. Also, the stuff that I didn't include in the test is this tab, which is the essences that I dropped in the map from this, and currency that I basically converted with, for example, convert jewelers into fusing, convert chaos into divine or annulment, and things like that. So it's also not easy to count what came from what, so I decided to just not include this. And essences come from essences in maps, so also didn't include that. This is my map tab, so I got 105 maps back, so I pretty much sustained. And I got a bunch of Guardian maps from the map boss, and 3 synthesis map, and one of them is Cortex. So this also is not included. I also did kill 3 Awakeners, and this is my loot. And I got 1 Awakened gem from Conqueror and 1 from Awakener. So this is what I got from all of these tab, so they are not included in this result. So I actually did get even more. So now let's take a look what exactly did I do. I had a harvest tab where I included all of the items that I was using for harvest. So with Reforged defenses, I was rolling Titanium Spirit Shield. I think the best one to roll is 84. You could roll 86, but I think the profit margin is not that high, so I decided to go for 84. Chaos damage over multiplier jewel, I was rolling it with Chaos. Minion, I was rolling with Life. And by the way, all of them are at least level 75 for the best possible outcomes. So this I was rolling with Life. Staff I was rolling with Attack. And if you hit Overlord, that's money. If you don't hit anything, and if you hit anything else except for Overlord, you don't make anything. Non-curse auras, this is actually something I should sell. This is the result that you hope for. Precise Commander and Vengeful Commander, I was rolling it with crit. And Cold, Lightning and Fire that I was rolling with, well, Cold, Lightning and Fire. Here are the items that I would randomize influence, so Stygian Vices for hoping for Shaper and Elder mostly. Chests, I was buying them 85 or 86 item level and basically hope for better influences. So I think the Hunter is the most expensive one, and Shaper and Redeemer and Elder are the worst ones. Here are Harbinger fragments, so you convert them into beachhead maps, and I didn't get a single infused beachhead, so quite unlucky. Also here I had yellow items with Aspect of the Crab that I was converting into Craigie Lures. I was buying items 10C each, and Craigie Lures are like 30C each. Here were my Timeless Emblems. I actually didn't get that many Bridgestone crafts, so I have quite a lot of them left. Also Delirium Orbs, I bought 20 and I didn't get a Skittering one, so that also quite unlucky. And here were my essences that I was converting into different essences. Also I got a bunch of Facetor Lens, dedication of the goddess, converting the offerings, some invitations dropped from the boss. These fragments came from destroying a map and getting map items in return. Also got 3 golden oils from upgrade silver oil into, well, higher tier oil, so golden oil. And I also started with frigid fossils, which are 1C, and I got a bunch of these fossils, and I was rolling catalysts. The cheapest one is imbued, so I was converting it into different ones. And also I have a bunch of stuff that I still didn't sell. So I think in this tab is probably around 10 to 20 exalts, and I also didn't include that in the test, so I actually probably made even more. And if you would want to do this method and you think to yourself, yeah, I have no idea what I am hoping for to hit on crafted jewels, I actually didn't know also. So what I basically did is I would roll it, and then with awakened PoE I would just check with the mods that I hit and just see how much it's worth, and it is worth 1 exalt, and I bought it for 20C, so I just sold it. If I rolled, for example, here, Paralysis, Storm Drinker, I would check it, and the result is 90C, and I was buying them for 70C, so it's pretty much no profit, so I would re-roll it. So you actually don't even need to know what is good to hit, you just each time check what you get and you sell it. And in terms of results of cluster jewels, I actually got 1 lightning jewel that I sold for 7 exalt and 1 staff that I sold for 19. So these 2 were my best crafts, but I also got a bunch of them that I sold for like 2 exalts, 1 exalt, some of them for free. So that's basically it. I'm gonna do more tests with this character on my stream. This was just my first test with Harvest, and I'm just gonna continue on the Atlas and even more. So if you want to see that, you can check me out on my stream, ZenM. And that's gonna be it for today. So see ya.